Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. Most people would agree that Americans have the right to purchase a home in the community of their choosing. But when existing homeowners feel pressured to sell their homes based on their religion, well, that's bound to cause tempers to flare and officials in the township to take action. That's what many allege is happening right now in Ocean County as members of the Orthodox Jewish community are seeking to find homes in parts of Toms River that border the Orthodox hub of Lakewood Township. The push has caused officials in Toms River to enact numerous measures to stop unsolicited visits by realtors. Sherry Karabin spoke to those on both sides of the issue. Sherry.
Thank you, Larry. As the war of words over real estate continues between community activists in Lakewood and officials here in neighboring Toms River, the number of for sale signs is increasing as members of the Orthodox community move in. It's signs like this one that are becoming all too common in areas of Toms River that border the township of Lakewood. This as an ongoing dispute between the two communities continues over efforts by realtors to secure homes for Orthodox Jewish families who can't find a place to live in Lakewood. Home to one of the largest yeshivas in the world, Lakewood has grown dramatically in recent years, making it hard to obtain affordable properties.
Members of the Orthodox community, they need to have schools for their children to attend. They need to have private schools, religious schools. Lakewood has a large amount of private schools and religious schools, so it makes it very conducive for the Orthodox lifestyle to be near Lakewood.
The mayor of Toms River says he's not against Orthodox Jewish families moving to the township, but he says he does have a problem with the aggressive realtors who've been showing up since last year at the doors of residents in the township's North Dover neighborhood.
They had a sales pitch where they would say that we're going to buy a lot of houses around here and we want to buy your house. And right now, we're in a position to offer you the market value and maybe even a little bit more than the market value, plus you won't have to pay a real estate commission and it'll be a cash deal.
The mayor says if a homeowner declined, the realtor made it clear that more members of the Orthodox community would be moving in, changing the flavor of the neighborhood. He says the agent also stressed that the same financially pleasing offer might not be available in the future should a resident have a change of heart.
And people say, I don't care, I'm not selling. 2 days later, they're back with the same pitch, and they were driving people crazy. And they would go up and down the streets, park in front of your house. And this wasn't just one or two places, it was so widespread.
In response, the Toms River mayor says thousands of people began making use of the 2004 no-knock ordinance. People who sign up place these stickers on their front doors to keep would-be solicitors away. Despite the signs, the mayor says the problems continued. That's why in February, the council passed a cease and desist ordinance, forbidding real estate solicitations in 2 areas of the township. The order remains in effect for 5 years, with potential fines of up to $1,750 if the homeowner approached is also a no-knock registrant.
I can't tell you right now how much is going on, but we still get complaints.
A number of residents in the affected areas refused to talk to Jersey Matters on camera, but did acknowledge the solicitations. One of those who wouldn't be interviewed says she's disappointed that so many of her neighbors are opting to sell. Over in Lakewood, community leaders like Rabbi Avi Schnall say the measures being used to keep Orthodox Jewish families out are concerning, but he stopped short of calling them anti-Semitic.
Are there 1 or 2 overly aggressive realtors? Perhaps, yes. Should they, do we condone their tactics? No. But to make such a blatant statement that you're not allowed to do any solicitation in this area, period, is very dramatic and it's drastic, and it hasn't been done in New Jersey anywhere.
The rabbi says the cease and desist order is just one component of several moves by the township, making it clear the Orthodox community is unwelcome. He says there are many myths being spread about the Orthodox community, including the misconception that they don't take care of their properties and the incorrect belief that they don't support the public school system.
Last year, Lakewood took on a $34 million referendum to redo the roofing and air conditioning system in the public school system. So a town which is overwhelmed, which is the majority of the residents of the town do not send their children to the public school system, voted in favor of a referendum that they're going to have to increase their tax.
Jersey Matters spoke with 2 Toms River residents at a recent council meeting.
I can see where the people can get very disturbed. Invading your community. People have a tendency to live in the community for a long period of time and become very comfortable. And anything that makes them uncomfortable, whether it's bees or outsiders, they can cause trouble.
If they feel threatened, if they feel like there's not a neighborhood they want to live in, then selling might be the right thing to do. On the other hand, I'm hoping there's a number of people that will say, no, we want to stay here. We want to either coexist or we want to try and find a way to keep the neighborhood the way it was.
While so much of the focus is on Toms River, Orthodox families are also moving into other adjacent communities like Jackson Township, where properties can be slightly cheaper than in Lakewood. This longtime Jackson Township homeowner who lives on Galassi Court says many Orthodox families have already bought homes on the block. He says he gets along with his new neighbors, but he's still decided to sell.
If I wasn't in debt, I probably wouldn't be selling, but it's an avenue right now, especially when people are buying up the entire street, that if it can help you get out of debt, what are you going to do and say, especially if it's cost effective.
In his case, he actually sought out a realtor's name from his friend who sold his home. However, he says not everyone is as accepting of their new neighbors as he is.
It's like that old saying, you can cut it with a knife. You can see there's some tension in the air.
This is Sherry Karabin reporting for Jersey Matters.
And Sherry gave us an update on the story. In addition to the solicitations by realtors, there are other related issues in Toms River, including a requirement that a rabbi obtain a use variance to continue operating a house of worship at his Church Road home. And in late April, Toms River was notified that the U.S. Department of Justice had initiated an investigation into its zoning and land use policies. According to the Toms River Mayor's office, the township is cooperating with the investigation and is, quote, confident that its policies and regulations will withstand federal scrutiny. When Jersey Matters continues, there have been some recent problems with the athletic department at Rutgers University and its football team. So there's a new sheriff in town. We'll meet him when Jersey Matters continues.